Hey guys. Okay, last game was like a shootout at the OK Corral, so I decided to switch from 3-minute to 5-minute for this next one. And I'm playing Monkey Business, who's 25-38. Yikes. I'm nervous about playing this guy. You know why? Let's just look at his history. I don't think he's lost a game so far. Okay, well, he hasn't played that much, but he's beaten 2 good 5-minute players already. I don't know. I'm just looking at his record right now. And in 5-minute, he has 9 wins, no losses. 3-minute, he has 6 wins, no losses. Blitz, he has 4 wins, no losses. So, I mean, it just makes you nervous with these new accounts. Like, you always just wonder if it's a cheater, especially when they're anonymous. I've ran into this before. So, not going to accuse you of anything, Monkey Business, even though your name's misspelled. It's not how you spell business. Bussiness. But, you know, he's just... It's one of these things you got to be aware of in online blitz. So let's hope Monkey Business is not a computer. And I'm getting a legit game and I'm not going to be embarrassed on video. Oh, actually, Rookie 1 maybe was not so accurate because if ever he takes on f3, I can't take with my queen now because of knight c2. Okay, I'll just get my bishop out here. Is he going to go knight e5? That might be the plan. Yeah. I may want my knight to assist in evicting his knight. So that seems like a reasonable play. So I'll do that. I really hope I don't have to move my bishop back to e2 to break the pin. He beat somebody good, didn't he? Sauerkraut, yeah, Narcissus. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out how good this guy is. f5. So that's directly trying to take advantage of the pin on this guy. Might have to play bishop e2 now. Yeah, let's do it. I don't like having to play that move, but it seems necessary. If he plays f4, is my bishop like almost trapped? Because if he goes f4, it's not retreating back this way. By the way, I like e3 against the Benko. I think this is a nice controlled line that is decent for me to play. See, now f4 again, though. No, he doesn't do it. He does c4. So that gives me a chance to take if I want. Get my bishop out. But he's coming into d3. That's the point of this. Let's just take here. Take with the rook, and I'll withdraw the bishop to h4 to keep an eye on e7.
Check.
This is an extremely messy position now. Kind of surprised he did that. Is he going to play g5? Nope, does that. I should probably take. I'm still up a pawn in this position. It's kind of shocking, I know. Queen d4. Queen d4 seems good. I'll give him the f3 pawn. I'd gladly trade my f3 pawn for that pawn on c4. Maybe now rook a3. Ooh, I gotta be careful about my king, though. He's setting up some sneakiness. Rook g5. f4. No, it's no good. Can I bail with my king towards the center? Probably not so good. Queen e4, also not good. Rook e6, maybe. Maybe rook e6. Why not? That just blocks his queen from coming in. Takes on f3. Okay. I can take on f6, but he'll have at least a perpetual after that. My rook is really misplaced. It really is. So I'm going to go here and maybe hope to go to e1 with it later, if I can maybe create a threat on e8. Also, it guards my back rank better. Rook d3. Can't I take this guy? I don't get what's wrong with that. You're going to take on d5 with your rook? Really? Okay, if I play rook e7, are you not losing? Rook e7, queen g4 check. King h1, he has rook d1. It's a shame. So I'm very close to winning in this line. I could play rook e1, but he has rook f5. I think that defends. Rook e1, rook f5. Yeah, it just holds for him. Okay, let's go for this.
Check.
And he's got to go rook d1 now, I think. Because I'm threatening queen g7 mate. He offered a draw already.
Check.
If I take, queen takes, king g2, queen d5. Oh, actually, he doesn't even need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to take his draw. Okay. Well, okay, I don't think this guy's a computer now. I mean, I never really did, but, like, looking at his history, it's just, like, suspicious. It's in line with what, like, I've seen suspicious accounts have before. So, it is a draw at the end, because after take and take,
check,
the king here, he can check me here or possibly here, but I think he would have gone
check.
Here. And then after this, and then check. If I want to play for a win, I have to play rook e1. But I don't think I'm any better at this point if I play rook e1. Yeah. This is
check.
Not promising. King g1, rook f8. Yeah, he's at least equal. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a gander. So I mentioned that e3 is a decent line against the Benko. It's a good alternative to taking or pushing the pawn. So it's a calm line. And I think in the main lines with a takes b5, I think white's doing pretty well. Maybe I'll get into that in future videos. But g6, I haven't faced g6 as much. I just tried to play some normal developing moves. White seems to do this frequently in this line. Put the rook on a3. I'm kind of waiting for him to take on b5 so I can take with my bishop in one go. And this is a nice square for the rook. It's defended there, supports the knight in some cases. I don't have to worry about tactics on the long diagonal if I ever want to play like b3, for instance. So he took. I took with the bishop. Possibly I should have reacted in a better way around here. Yeah, because I mentioned after rook e1, I think that was inaccurate, because after rook e1, should he ever take here, I cannot take with the queen because of this fork that I was alluding to. Fork on the two rooks. So I would have to take with the pawn in this case, which is somewhat of a concession. Definitely structure-wise, it's a concession. What I do want to see is, yeah, I probably should have brought my bishop back to e2 at some point. I do want to see, like, when he plays f5, whether it would have made sense for him to go for f4. Because I really thought f4 would have endangered my bishop. Maybe not here. Maybe it'd be better after bishop takes in this. Yeah, like now f4. Okay. The engine agrees. Because the point is he's cutting off my bishop's retreat. And now h6, bishop h4, g5 is threatened, which would just win the bishop. I guess I can go here and attack the pawn twice.
Check.
But after this, the computer is showing queen e8. Oh, that's a nice move, because that hits a4 twice. It also enables queen f7. So apparently that would give him good counterplay. So f4 was well worth considering. He did c4 instead. I grabbed on f5. Yeah, that f4 idea had me so put off that I wanted to make sure that he couldn't push the pawn there. I wanted to make sure that I could move my bishop back. I had a feeling something bad was going to happen, but I guess the position never got too out of hand for me. In fact, I think I was probably better coming up. So now the computer thinks he can just pitch the pawn on e7 and go queen a5. Because that attacks d5 twice. So it says, let white go take that, you can win d5. And in fact, if you go into this endgame, it says black is even better despite being down a pawn. Probably because of black's coordination. My pieces are scattered, and probably his bishop is better too. This pawn looks vulnerable on b2. I could see why black would be a lot better here. Instead, he offered me a bishop trade. I thought briefly about declining the bishop trade, but then I thought, why? Why would you do that? Why would you let him keep a great bishop on this diagonal when your bishop's just staring at a pawn that's already defended? So, at that point, it was an easy decision to trade the bishops. This all seems fine. I'm just curious if I had anything. Okay, rook a1 was apparently a good move. I got to get this coordinated. I had to avoid stuff like here. He was threatening to play rook g5, and then wherever my king moves, his queen can get into h3. So I think that's why rook e6 was a necessary move to block the queen from coming in. Okay. Yeah, in this position, rook ae1 was the other move I was debating, but he does have rook f5. And I wasn't sure, especially with the time disadvantage I was under, how much I could get here.
Check.
If I sack my 2 rooks for his queen, it's probably level. I mean, material-wise, we're completely dead even. I have a queen and pawn against his 2 rooks. And both of our kings are pretty exposed, so I think a draw is by far the most likely result if this happens. So I'm not unsatisfied with my decision to try to force a draw.
Check.
Or, you know,
Check.
let him force a draw, however you want to look at it. So if I were to improve in the opening, I think maybe dealing with his knight a6 to b4 plan better. That's where I would focus. Maybe even a move like h3. I wonder if it makes sense to play this prophylactically and try to take away squares from his light square bishop. He can go to f5 in that case, though, and I still have some issues with c2. So, I'll have to see. Yeah, maybe bishop e2 right now instead of the lazy move rook e1. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that monkeying around, and I'll be back with one more video today. Thanks for watching, guys.